Hi, this is Jana. Welcome to my kitchen. Today we're making New Orleans style beignets, a nice little square, puffy little delight of a kind of a donut. It's delicious.
Definitely.
And so I've got very warm water, half a cup, and then I've got 1 teaspoon of sugar. I'm going to dissolve that real quick. And to that, we're going to add 1 1/4 teaspoons of active dry yeast. I did not use the fast rising, okay? Just regular active dry yeast. Envelope will make 2 batches, but I'm just making a regular batch. Tomorrow I'll probably wish that I made a double batch, but we don't need a double batch. So, okay. So now I'm going to set this aside for 5 minutes, and if it's not foamy in 5 minutes, then that means that the yeast is bad or you did something wrong. The water was too hot is another possibility. And so we'll be back in 5 minutes. Make sure that's foaming. Okay, we're back. And we've got foam. We have a foamy layer right there. 5 minutes in, so I'm going to set that aside for a second. Now we're going to go to our mixer. And so into here, I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of sugar. And I'm going to add an egg, just like that, into your mixer. And we're going to mix those together. And if you're new here, you don't know my saying about always scraping down your bowl. So keep everything mixed together, very important. Okay, now to that, we're going to add some carnation milk. If you don't have any carnation milk, you can use regular milk, whole milk. Okay, this is not sweetened condensed, this is evaporated milk. We're going to add 1/2 cup to the egg mixture, just like that. Let it mix up. And it's just about there. Now we're going to add melted butter. And so I've got 2 tablespoons of melted butter. And I cooled it down to room temperature. Not too cool, or else it forms again. Just like that. Okay. These are so easy. And so now we're going to start to add slowly a little bit of flour. We've got 4 cups of flour that we're gradually adding. And then I've got a 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt. If you're using regular cooking salt, then just a little bit less than that, okay? And so we don't want to add the salt too soon because it affects the yeast growth. And so we're going to get this to a shaggy dough. And we're going to put it in the refrigerator overnight. That's how come you can have a beignet in the morning, because you do the hard work at night or in the afternoon or whatever. And then you're going to put it into your greased bowl and put it into the refrigerator overnight. Now we're going to be adding our yeasty mixture here slowly. Sorry about that. And here comes our shaggy dough. Starting to come together a little bit. We don't want it to be Here it comes. Just like this. See, it's shaggy and it's kind of sticky. It's not too sticky. It's important when you measure your flour that you spoon it into the cup. By the way, I did not use this measuring cup. Sorry here. I did not use this. This was a liquid cup, but I used a regular metal cup and then poured it into there for my 4 cups, just so you know. And so we've got our dough mixed together, just like this. We're going to scrape it off of there, and I'm going to put it into a greased bowl, and I'm going to put plastic over it. And then in the morning, I'm going to bring it in, I'm going to roll it out, and you'll get to watch me do that. And we're going to cut and fry those beignets and sprinkle them with some powder confectioner's sugar, and you're going to enjoy watching me eat them.
Mr. Janus Kitchen's gonna be super
Mr.
happy.
Janus Kitchen is super excited because he likes beignets. So
His face lit up when we told him.
yeah, he's like, beignets? And so anyway, I'm going to put this into a bowl. We'll be right back. Okay, I've got a bowl that I greased, and then I flip it over, and that way it doesn't stick to the bowl. And then I've got some clear plastic wrap here. If you don't have any plastic wrap, it's okay. And by the way, like in our area, to get a cup of coffee and 2-inch beignets costs over $7. And so you can see these are very affordable to make.
And it's gonna double in size.
It's gonna make about 2 dozen. I think they sell, I got 1 cup of coffee and 22-inch beignets, and it was $30. So that's a lot of money. So I can make them. You just put a little bit of time and a little bit of mess, and we've got them going. So we'll be back.
And I said, Mom will probably be better anyway.
Oh, you're too sweet. We'll see you tomorrow. Okay, we're back. Good morning. It's the next morning here. And so I am lightly flouring my board. Don't want to overflour these. There we go. Leave it off to the side if I need it. If I don't, then oh well. I've got our dough. I brought it in from the refrigerator and let it come back to room temperature. I'm going to try and get it to be a shape of a rectangle here because we're going to be cutting them into squares. And the recipe says to cut it to 1/8 of an inch and that it's going to make 20 to 24. We'll see. I don't know that I want to do them quite that thin. I think maybe less than 1/4 of an inch for sure. Roll out your dough. If you don't have a rolling pin, you can use a wine bottle or whatever is. Erin comes up with great ideas for things like that. That we can use as substitutions.
If not, we'll put a link in the video and description bar if you need one from her Amazon store.
There we go. I think if you get them too thin, you're not going to get that pocket in the middle. This side's thin. I'm going to thicken it up a little bit. This part's thick. And I've got a pizza cutter, but you can use a knife. We're supposed to cut them into 2 by 2 squares. And you want to get that measuring tape out of the drawer there. And you only get one and done here. You can't re-roll this dough, okay? It said 2 to 2.5 inch. Oh, Bailey and his bone today.
It's Blue Bone Day.
Is it Blue Bone Day?
Yes, Blue Bone Day. He's been carrying his little dinosaur around too.
All Alrighty, now we're going to go the other way. Let's see, that will be 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1. I'm going to do 1. That's a little too big. There's 2. There's 2. There's 2. There's 2.
Bailey hit the camera.
Bailey's hitting the camera. He's trying to get all the attention this morning. And this is not an exact science. I was just trying to get the most out of here. So we're going to get about 24. This is probably the size I should eat right there. Now, this is very important. You don't want to, you've got your oil to 370 degrees, and you want to cover up the ones you're not cooking, okay? You don't want those to dry out. These only cook about a minute or so. And we're going to turn the camera around and we'll be right back. Okay, now we're going to put our beignets into the oil to 370 degrees. And you don't want to cook too many at once because you want to be able to handle them. Let's stick together there. Everybody in the pool. And I've got my little handy dandy spider here. And beignets, when you bite into them, have a little pocket of air inside of them. So we'll see if we can get a little pocket of air. Oh, there's our pocket coming up right here. See the pocket? There's a pocket coming. Be careful not to overhandle your dough. And you want to turn them once they get light. They only cook about a minute. See, there they are. You don't want to overcook these. Remember when us older people, when we were kids and Mom used to buy the tube of biscuits and snap them open and cut them open? Yeah, but these don't have all that preservative taste. And they cook about a minute. They don't take very long. See, this one puffed up a little. That one not so much. So I always wonder if I, handle the dough too much. So be really careful not to, because this is the side that I kept adjusting. Okay, this one's done. You don't want to overcook them. And you can put them on a rack. And then immediately get out your confectioner's sugar. I'm going to put one layer on, then I'm going to let that set for a second, then I'm going to put another one. Down in New Orleans, they put them in a paper bag.
And shake them.
And shake them, but I don't have a food-safe paper bag. You don't want one that maybe had meat or something in from the grocery store, raw meat or whatever. I don't think those are meant to be used like that. And so I'm turning around here, getting some more dough balls, covering my dough back up, making sure it doesn't dry out. We're going to go for it again here. There we go. See them getting out of the, puffing up in the pool here. While those are frying, I'm going to come over here and add some more sugar.
I'm excited to test one now.
Oh yeah. So we got a puff there, and you just want them light brown. Those other ones are a little dark.
Definitely got a good poof to them.
We're getting the poof in the middle. But you want, if you put your dough in the fridge overnight, make sure you give about 2 hours at room temperature covered so that the dough has time to come to temperature. So if you want breakfast brunch at 8 a.m., then you'll have to get it out about 6 a.m. That's what I found. It was too stiff and too cold. It sure made it convenient. I didn't have to get out my mixer and everything this morning. I would definitely do this for guests. Alrighty. You cook about a minute. And so I'm going to keep sugaring and frying here, and we'll be back and get my coffee ready. Ooh wee. All right. We'll see you in a second. Well, we're in here for the last of the batch. Didn't take but what, 5 minutes here?
Not very long. They pooped and then we flip them.
You don't want to cook them more than a minute, so looking for them to be light brown on the bottom. Not quite. I'm going to unplug my oil here. And we're going to get these powdered up and get my coffee ready, and we're going to enjoy some beignets. Be right back. All right. Get our beignets plated.
So
nice little puffy pillows of deliciousness. Covered in powdered sugar, confectioner's sugar. Ooh, we even have some leftovers. Let's see, maybe I'll move them up a little.
Mr. Janet's Kitchen's gonna be happy.
Oh, yes. And served warm is best, of course. Just fresh out of the fryer is the way they're supposed to be served up. I want to show you something here in just 1 second. And this little end piece here. Gotta sprinkle some more sugar on there. I know. I don't like to use my hands. All right. So there are our beignets. You can tell the ones that I spooned some over my hand of the beignets. Now I want to show you something. The ones that were on the edges that I removed and pushed up, they puffed, but not as much. So don't overhandle your dough. You cannot re-roll it out. It will not work. So do like I showed you, just one ball, and see how this one's not even? Like this side hardly puffed up at all. It's still going to taste good, but it won't have that
Signature poof.
signature poof. So anyway, I'm going to have Erin take a bite so she can tell you. She loves confectioner's sugar.
Mm-hmm. Especially with like Mom's French toast.
French toast.
Very good.
Now Mama's going to taste ones and see if I can show you the center. See the poof in the middle? That's what you want to get. That airy little hole in the center. And so thank you for stopping by my kitchen, and I hope that you try these. They're very easy to do, and just follow the directions and you'll have a great, great brunch. Thank you.